we'll see the Charlotte Hornets facing the Dallas Mavericks. I'm Brian Anderson, along with Grant Hill and Clark Kellogg. Our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Here we go.
And the highlight of this game could be the matchup at the 5 spot, Clark.
You know, Brian, we've seen strong play at the center position these last few years, and we've got two bigs who can each take over a game, so I think it's going to be a lot of fun watching them square off.
With the explosive leaping ability, he's able to play center despite being undersized.
Here's Williams. And Williams punches it home.
That's a textbook example of how to move the ball. Boy, you got to love that action.
Here's Irving. On the wing, Davis. And he'll draw the foul. He'll head to the line for 2. It's going to be on Miles Bridges. You know, Clark, 2024 saw Anthony Davis make his return to the All-Star game.
And really, B.A., such a pleasure to see him back on the court, healthy and producing. And that's not been an issue. The issue has been him being hurt and not being able to be on the court. But he's a perennial All-Star when he's healthy and playing and doing exactly what he's done throughout his career at both ends, be a dominant center.
And Davis with the block. And just about a minute into this first quarter. And Irving gets it to go.
Are you serious? I mean, he made the defender look silly right there. Just an epic move.
Inside, Bridges. And it's Bridges with the jam.
That athletic ability gets Bridges to the rim there. He almost totally shrugged off the defense.
Back to Davis. Pass to Gafford. And the rebound goes to Charlotte. Ball right side. And here's Curry for 3. It's good. And the assist that time from Ball.
You know, some players just have a shooter's mentality, and Curry's in that category. Seth has not met a shot he doesn't like, and most of them he takes he can make.
Ball outside. Poke loose. It's stolen by Irving. And a fast break now. The Mavericks on the run. Count it. Gafford's got his second basket of the game.
Woo! His energy is unmatched.
And, you know, you're going to get those buckets, guys, when you're quick to get out on the break. Get that ball up the court as fast as you can. And, you know, even though that shot didn't go down, I like how they got him a wide-open look in space there.
There's Davis with the 3. The rebound by Bridges. And here's Bridges. He'll bring it up for Charlotte. They trail by 1. The recent years have been a bit of a struggle for the Hornets, Clark.
No doubt about it, B.A. I mean, they've dealt with injuries that have really been problematic and roster changes as well. I mean, very much a team in transition, trying to figure out who they are and what they can be. And it's hard to get things clicking when you're having changes in your roster compounded by injuries as well.
And let's swing it over to the sideline and hear from Allie.
Hey, Brian, the Mavericks are looking to contend. Coach Jason Kidd said, we're trying to build a championship team, and it's not easy. Dallas has not talked about that for a long time. So to talk about that, it's pretty cool. To be able to build it takes time. We have the personnel, we have the team. Brian, that's confidence.
Yep, and they're in win-now mode, Allie. Thank you. Here are the Hornets with the ball. Left side man. Pass to Smith. Here's Okogie. He hangs. Washington grabs the miss.
Uh-oh. Did he change his mind on the way up? I think he did.
Irving is doubled. And here's Washington. The 3 is up. Rebounded by Nurkic. We've got 1:55 left in the first quarter. Williams up top. Nurkic with the ball. And the foul is called. He missed it, so he's got a couple of free throws coming his way. Daniel Gafford picks one up. You know, when you think about how the Mavs play defense, so much depends on how they defend the point of attack. They've got great rim protection and rotations, but if they aren't stopping penetration, it's tough. And if you're looking for identifiable team mascots, Clark, some say the Mavericks champ, the horse, is near the top of the list.
Yeah, he does get after it. Also, the Mavs man. Dallas is rolling out a couple of iconic figures to keep that crowd on fire.
To the middle. Pass to Okogie. Here's Nurkic. Here's Smith. And Davis with the block.
If you don't know exactly where Davis is, he's going to deny your shot, so you got to be aware of his presence.
A rare miss for him at point-blank range. That's one he'd like to have back.
Okogie. And the ball out of play. The Mavericks will have it.
Substitution on the court.
1:07 left in the first quarter here. Pass to Christie. Dinwiddie left side. Marshall inside. And a missed layup. Let's see if they want to go 2 for 1 here, Grant.
Hey, looking at the clock, I'd say yes.
And it's going to be a goaltending call here, so they will count the bucket.
Almost got there in time, but waited just a little too long.
So both teams changing it up here. Lots of room. He hits the back iron and sinks it.
Well, it's fun watching Irving share the ball. I mean, when he concentrates on running the offense, this team is really dangerous.
Now 8 seconds separating the two clocks. Back to Williams. Pass to Nurkic. Shoots over Lively. Nurkic shot is good.
You know, of all the things Okogie does well, his passing tends to get overshadowed at times. I mean, easy to see how creative he is on this feed.
To the paint.
Exactly. The defense determined not to allow the easy layup right there. They'll settle for making him earn the free throws.
These are his first free throws of the game.
Yeah, those were fine numbers he posted at the line. It was hard to find fault with anything he did from the stripe. Free throw shooting is about mechanics, confidence, and your mental approach. He's locked in from there most every night.
Count it.
We see this every night. He has the skill and versatility to keep a defense guessing.
Irving with a deep three. Well, a good close contest so far as we finish the first quarter. Charlotte on top. They're up.
The Hornets. 15.
And this has been a fairly close game through the first quarter. We'll see what happens here in the second. A chance to catch up on some numbers here. The scoring breakdown for the Hornets.
Their chemistry. That's what really stood out so far in this one to me. Look at the number of assists they've been able to rack up so far.
Banked it in off the glass. Irving's got 6. Looking at lineups around the league, Grant, seems like they're becoming more positionless than ever before.
Yeah, you're spot on, B.A. To the point where some people feel all-star voting shouldn't be by position anymore. It should be by merit. Trading the lead back and forth, neither side is willing to back down.
Yeah, and the lead has changed hands, and it just hasn't stayed in those hands very long when it's changed. Back and forth we go.
Left side, Williams. And Williams punches it home. Already 5 lead changes here.
Speaks to how evenly matched these teams have been thus far.
Here's Irving. The Hornets pull it in. Quarter number 2 and about a minute in. It's Williams, high post. And it's good. Assisting on the play was Curry. He's got 6.
Sensational ball movement there. When you pass the ball like that, good things happen.
Irving looking around. Pass to Lively. Oh, Williams with the block. They recover it. Back to Irving. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Good D by Ball. Hornets leading by 3. Grant, the Hornets are a team hoping to end a pretty substantial playoff drought.
Yeah, it's been a long time since they made a buzz in the postseason, but their return could be closer than people think. A few smart moves here or there might be all it takes.
Outstanding distribution there. I mean, what impressive passing ability.
Williams' shot is good.
They're punishing those late defensive rotations, getting good looks inside throughout the half.
Pass to Marshall. Kicks it out to Dinwiddie. Connects from downtown. Dinwiddie's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3.
Boy, it's all about being confident from there for Spencer Dinwiddie. A capable threat from distance now.
And it's Charles Lee calling timeout here. He wants to review the game plan. So it's both teams making substitutions here. And here's Ball. He'll bring it up for Charlotte. Here's Curry. Thompson with a steal. And up the floor again for the Mavericks. Running the court. And Washington powers it through.
Boy, we're going to see lots of those. Washington can really get up. He's got a little mean streak in him, too, which I like.
Here's Miller. The kick out. Curry. And the rebound goes to Dallas. No question, this offense has some firepower.
And they're looking very confident in all that they're doing right now.
Charlotte trailing.
2 minutes remaining in the first half.
Ball outside. Here's Williams. Off the left rim and out.
He has to make that one. I mean, you have to make the defense pay when they slough off of you like that.
Grant Williams, a bit of a jack of all trades, Clark. He always provides a spark.
Yeah, he's an ideal guy to have in your rotation, whether he's starting or coming off the bench, because he gives you a lot of positive production at both ends, and he can get under the skin of the opponent, too, which isn't always a bad thing. Gives you everything he has and fits in nicely with whatever role you give him.
And keeping us updated from the sideline, Allie LaForce.
Hey, Brian, Anthony Davis is letting it fly. He said, the way that teams are playing me, I've been getting back to the mid-range. It's an easier shot instead of fighting the double team, so that's all it is, continuing to trust it and shoot it. Brian, we've seen that jumper be a real weapon for him.
Yeah, that's a good call, Allie. Thanks. And he's good on the second. And he nails the third. The Mavericks leading. Here's Irving. That's his 5th miss. Only made 2 shots in this one so far. Williams with the screen. Pass to Mann. Back to Williams.
Mavericks foul. Kyrie
And a
Irving.
chance to catch up on some numbers here. The scoring breakdown for Dallas.
Look at the fast break point total from these guys. I mean, they're really hustling, working hard, and those hustle points are showing up on the scoreboard.
And he sinks the second. And we've got 1:18 left to play in the first half. Irving with it. Guarded now by Williams. Dallas no good that time either. And the Hornets with possession here. Mann drops in the layup for 2. Mann's got 4 points now in the quarter.
Really nice job moving the ball around that time, picking apart that defense.
And we've got a timeout from Jason Kidd. I think right now he must be looking at some adjustments. And Charlotte making a change here.
For your D-Town crew.
1:03 left to play in the second quarter. Here's Williams. That one's good for 2. Williams has got his first bucket in this one. Pass to Williams. Here's Nurkic. Offensive board. And they converted last on attempt number 3.
Yeah, in the paint, Nurkic can be a monster. He's got all the physical gifts he needs to dominate.
Now here's Washington. Thompson outside. Clay Tossing it up inside.
That's simply a gimme for a player of his caliber. I mean, the defense cannot allow that.
5-second differential between the shot clock and game clock. Out of bounds, it'll go to the Mavericks.
Boy, that looked like a failure to communicate. You hate unforced errors.
We've got 22 seconds left in the second. There's Davis with the three. Okogie pulls down the board. On offense, here are the Hornets. Here's Green. Off target at the rim. And here's Thompson for three. That one no good. It's a tie game in Dallas. And we'll be right back after halftime to get the third quarter underway.
The Hornets.
And after a fairly even first couple of quarters, this second half could turn out to be a great one as both teams trying to gain an edge. Here's Ball. Hasn't gotten one to fall yet. LaMelo working inside.
Boy, that's a nice effort from Ball in the paint that time, working hard to find a way to get that shot off.
It's hard to question the energy LaMelo Ball brings to the court every night, Clark.
It certainly is, and it's contagious, B.A. That's what I like about it. He elevates other guys. As a teammate playing with LaMelo, he elevates your energy level because you got to match his. He gives the team, I think, a nice edge in being able to perform on a consistent basis.
To the inside. The three from Washington. From behind the arc. Williams grabs the board. The Hornets with a lead. Down low. Here's Miller. And he throws it down with one hand.
Oh, yes. Two loud points from Miller, making his presence felt.
Out left to the wing. The three from Washington. On target from range. Washington's got 5.
Great assist that time by Kyrie Irving.
Here's Williams. Washington grabs the miss. And here's Thompson. He'll bring it up for Dallas. And we're just about a minute and a half into the third quarter of basketball. And it's Washington missing. Stolen by Davis. Inside. Here's Irving. A chance there to take the lead, but a miss. And here's Charlotte. They lead by 1. To the inside. Here's Miller. The three from Curry. Mavericks with a rebound. Irving with it. Give him 8 points now. Ooh, and he took a hard foul on the shot. So he'll head to the line to shoot a pair. Grant, we all know how good Kyrie Irving is, but he's especially lethal in the fourth quarter.
And his clutch moments go far beyond his series winner in the 2016 finals. He thrives in high-pressure moments and has done so his whole career.
Jay, it's so amazing to see how much raw talent Kyrie Irving has. Just seems like that ball is part of it.
And we've got a timeout called by Charles Lee. He's going to talk it over with his guys. And Charlotte making a change here.
Substitution on the court.
To the paint. And Gafford with the block. High post Davis. Out to Thompson. Back to Davis. Over Williams. Dallas no good that time either.
Couldn't quite line that one up. Just got to shake it off and move on to the next one.
Pass to Bridges. Soft touch off the glass. Bridges has got 5 now.
Bridges, in some ways, to me, is a throwback player. He's a 6'6" forward and does a little bit of banging down low. Actually, a lot of banging down low.
I think he's gone completely dry. Nothing is hitting.
And, you know, you can sense his frustration. This is going to be a test of his resolve here.
In the third. 2 minutes.
Back to Williams. Just 5 on the clock. Here's Okogie. Thompson with some nice D. The Mavericks trailing. Here's Irving. Played it in with a nice touch off the window. He's got 12.
You know, this is simply what Kyrie Irving does. Get buckets against defenders. He's a bucket maker.
And we've got a timeout called by Charles Lee. He's going to gather the troops and talk it over. Just under 3.5 minutes played here in the third quarter. And in recent seasons, Grant, almost no team's been hit by the injury bug as much as the Hornets.
Yeah, B.A. I mean, you wonder what they could have done if they'd stayed healthy. They built the team around key players, and those guys have just missed a lot of time.
Here in the second half, this game's still nip and tuck.
Just an insane amount of lead changes. The fans are getting their money's worth.
And Klay Thompson picks up the foul.
Team foul.
That'll be a second foul of the game.
Checking in for the away team. Smith.
1:14 left to play in the third quarter. Dinwiddie on the double team. Three-pointer, Bridges. Lively grabs a miss. It's a neck-and-neck game in Dallas. Boy, that foul looked intentional. Not exactly what you'd expect here.
Yeah, I know. It just doesn't make sense given the situation.
Team foul.
I mean, I'm just not sure what he was thinking right there. I mean, he needs to get his head in the game.
Yeah, yeah, completely a brain fade. I don't know where that came from. Just lost sense of time and the situation. Not sure what the defense was thinking. I mean, you can't leave this guy open from deep.
To the middle. And Nurkic throws it down.
Assist goes to
Oh, the big man, Nurkic, from super close range.
The floater. Thompson outside. Left side, Davis. Back to Thompson. 5 to shoot. 4-3. And he can't get that one. And so it's Nurkic who brings up the ball for the Hornets. And here's Mann. 6 points for him. And Nurkic throws it down.
Yeah, when he sets the pick, Nurkic can do different things on the roll. Makes him hard to track.
Dinwiddie, no good. It's still anybody's game as we reach the end of 3. Charlotte on top. They're up by 2. And when we return, we'll get the fourth quarter rolling here on 2K Sports. Well, what a terrific game it's been so far, with this fourth quarter sure to bring more pressure-packed basketball. Here are the Mavericks now with the ball, trailing by 2. Outside, Williams. Left side, Irving. Count it. Now 5 of 11 for the game.
That's the thing about Kyrie. He's a three-level scorer.
Here's Ball. Excellent D there from Lively. Here's Irving. And he drops it in from the low post. Irving's got 10 points here in the second half.
And this is just typical of him. Always making an impact at crucial moments in the game.
You know, they want the ball in his hands here because they trust him to hit all the big shots.
Pass to Ball. And Ball throws it down.
Ball exploding off the floor for a big slam. Young fella's got some pretty good hops on him.
Here's Williams. He's off on the layup. And so it's Charlotte with it. Oh, and makes it with the kiss.
This is when your interior D has to be on high alert.
Now here's Irving. Pass to Lively. Here's Christie. Nails it from beyond the arc. And the Mavericks lead by 1.
Their strategy has been pretty simple here in the second half. Attack from three-point range.
Certainly. I mean, they saw a weakness in the perimeter defense and took advantage of it.
Coming down the stretch, it's still anyone's game.
Incredible effort and energy on both sides. These guys must be gassed.
And so Jason Kidd calls for the timeout. He wants their game plan to be crystal clear at this point. A big group substitution here for Charlotte. A chance here to catch up with Allie from the sideline.
Thanks, guys. Jason Kidd had some words for his team over the break. He likes the way they're finishing inside. Coach said when we get close, we are golden. They can't stop us in there. Let's keep pounding it as long as we can.
Thank you for that, Allie.
In a tight one like this, you have to trust in his ability.
Yeah, I agree with you, Greg. I mean, he plays with no fear, and he certainly knows how to put the ball in the basket.
The kick out, Curry. Back to Williams. 4 on the clock. Charlotte needs to get one up in a hurry. And it's going to be a 24-second violation. They turn it over.
Boy, in a game this snug, you can ill afford to commit those kinds of turnovers.
The Mavericks leading. Here's Irving. The layup misses.
You know, sometimes making it difficult for him to finish at the rim is all you can ask for from the defense.
And Ball throws it down.
And you have to love it. The floor general taking things into his own hands.
Just the aggression they're looking for, man.
And it just forces the defense to pay more attention to him, guys, which we know can open up things for others. Fantastic to see Klay Thompson deliver when his team needs a basket most.
Irving goes in.
2 minutes remaining in the game. 2 minutes.
That shot, no good. Good D by Ball. And here's Charlotte. It's a 1-point game. And fouled as he went up to dunk. Good aggressive move. He'll shoot a pair.
The D is fully aware of Ball's threat to score. He took advantage of their anxiousness that time.
And he misses the second one as well, so 0 for 2 that time. And so it's Dallas with it. Pass to Washington. Back to Davis. And so it's going to be a 3-second violation there on the defense. All right, guys, what's your take on the hustle stats for the Mavericks?
Well, they've continued to play pedal to the metal, leaking out and capitalizing with ease when they get opportunities in the open court. He's basically automatic from the line, not the guy you want to send there now.
Shot clock at 6. And the dunk by Gafford.
Impressive one-hand slam right there, B.A.
Man, as long as he's confident about it, I'm good with it. Maybe use 2 hands next time. He knows where he is.
Somebody you can count on. He is an extremely reliable finisher.
The and one puts a little extra insurance on their lead. What a play.
And we've got a timeout called by Charles Lee. Great time to call his guys into the huddle at a very tense moment in this game. The Hornets making a switch here. A minute 29 left in the fourth quarter here.
Hanging tough. Ball does not let the foul stop him completely.
He hits the first one, and that shrinks the margin to just 4. It's both from the stripe.
A steady hand at the line in a tough situation narrows it to a one-possession game.
On the wing, Davis. Outside Irving. Inside, Gafford. Off with the layup.
Boy, that's finishing the defense there. He made a good effort on that possession defensively and then closed it out with the rebound.
Here's Ball. Washington grabs the miss. And so it's Irving with it. He brings it up for the Dallas Mavericks. 3-point lead.
I mean, he just continued to work for the block. Miller not letting up an ounce of effort.
Here's Mann. Missed inside. This might be a turning point.
Massive possession here.
On the wing, Davis. And good. Coming on the assist by Irving. And the Mavericks lead by 6.
AD staring them down and letting them know this ain't over yet.
And it's good. What a beautiful shot. Brings them within 3.
These moments are made for Miles Bridges. He wants to have the ball in his hands and makes big plays at big times.
And out of bounds. Dallas will have it. .15 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Outside Davis. And so it's the Mavericks who